Hi guys, it's Melissa. How are you? It's been forever. I am sitting here folding laundry and I have been wanting to get on YouTube, and I took inspiration from Kimmy. She's in her she's in her apron, love her channel, and decided that I was going to do a laundry chat with you. So while I fold laundry, I'm going to talk to you. And then when I'm done, it's time to go pick up kids. So, hello to everyone out there. I've got some new subscribers. I'm really thankful for your willingness to subscribe to my channel. I've been on YouTube for a couple years, but it's always nice when you see that someone is interested in your content. And so I really appreciate it. And for those of you that have been with me for a while, love having you also. You may have noticed that I changed the name of my channel, and so I'm just going to explain that really fast. Melmar, the Melmar group, or did I? Yeah, the Melmar group is a nickname that my husband and I have. His name is Mark, and mine is Melissa. And when we had a business, we called it Melmar. We used the name Melmar, and kind of got that idea from my parents. My dad had a successful business for several decades, and it was a combination of his name with my mom's. So we had that, and so when it came time to set up a blog, I was interested in blogging and trying to make a little bit of extra money. I just said, well, let's call it the Melmar Group. It's vague enough that we can change what we're doing if what I try doesn't work, and we don't have to rebrand and all that stuff. So when I started our YouTube channel, I just kept the name. The problem is that the Melmar Group doesn't tell you anything about us, which I wanted in case we were going to change our business model, but it doesn't help in searches and things because it doesn't tell you anything about us. So I'm embarrassed to say the new name is really new and I don't remember it, and I'm not where I can look it up, but if you're on my channel you can see it. So I changed the Facebook group name, or at least I think I did. I requested that. I bought the domain name for it, got rid of the Melmar Group domain, and the domain for it, and a couple other things. And so we are that new name, which I can't for the life of me remember, which is crazy. But and so that's why that happened. Nothing is really going to change. I'm just hopeful that it will help people understand from the start what my channel is about. So I wanted to catch you up on summer. It is the first day back to school for my kids. I have 2 in high school now, which is crazy. I cried when my baby left the car today to go. I cried when her sister did too for the first time, but that's just the mom in me. I love my kids and I love having them around, and I love having them out of the house, and I for a time, every day. And but I hate to see them growing up. I wish that didn't have to happen sometimes, but I know it's good. So anyway, so my kids started school and we had a busy summer. Not quite the busy that I hoped for. I got my real estate license a couple years ago. I had been doing virtual assistant work. I still do. People would hire me to do random administrative jobs for them, and we were looking for a home a couple years ago. We're still looking, by the way. And our realtor hired me to be her assistant, and so I got the real estate bug, decided to get my license in 2017, and have been doing work more for realtors since that time. And at the start of the summer, I just always look at the classifieds, and a job kind of fell into my lap. And unfortunately, they needed someone right away, which is a blessing, but the timing was hard. And so I am a listing agent for an online brokerage, and I can do everything from home. In fact, I never even meet the sellers unless I want to. They just submit all of their information online to sell their home, and then I'm listed as their agent. I'm going to stay here for a minute and talk to you. I'm listed for a minute as their agent. I'm listed for a minute. I'm listed as their agent. And so if other agents have questions or if they're going to submit an offer, they submit it to me. And then I submit it to the seller, respond for the seller, do all the paperwork for the seller and whatnot. It's not a job that I'm going to get rich off of. I don't get paid very much. I get paid for each transaction. But it's giving me a lot of experience, and so that has been good, and I can do it all from home, and so for now, that's what I'm doing. But I started the week that my kids got out of school, which was horrible timing, and I hated it. And so every few weeks, each of us in the brokerage has to answer the phones for the brokers. They get transferred to our home, and we answer them for the entire week. And I was asked to do that the week that my kids got out of school, and then I did it a few weeks later. So that was kind of a bummer because I felt tied to the phone and the email for the brokerage. But now that they're back in school, I'm doing it again starting today, but it's a little bit easier because they'll only be home a few hours each day when I'm doing it. So that's what's going on with that. As far as traveling, for those of you that don't know, my husband is from the South, and I have never been to where he is from. And so I was hoping that we would have this big trip to go see family and do all those fun things. And it just didn't work out that we could do that. So then I was scrambling for what are we going to do, because I need to make memories with my kids for summer. Can any of you moms that feel guilty relate to that? And so it was agreed that my girls and I would go to California and see my family, and then a few weeks after that we would go on another big trip, hopefully to see my husband's family. Well, the girls and I went to California and we had a great trip. Nice to see my family, nice to be home and see, the people that I love. But we got back and we had no plans for another trip. And so I spent, where am I putting these? I don't even know. Oh, so I spent many a night trying to plan trips, looking for last minute cruises and all sorts of things, none of which turned out. So we didn't do anything. My husband took time off work and we stayed home and we didn't do anything. And I was really sad about that. But that is the reality of life. Sometimes you can't always get what you want, right? But I will say, we did do something I'd been wanting to do. We applied for passports because as I was looking for all these travel deals, I could find them. I could find really, inexpensive 7-night cruises to Alaska and stuff like that. But one end of the other on the trip, I would end up in Canada, and I needed a passport to get home. And I didn't have one, so I couldn't do it. And so we all went down to the passport office and applied for our passports. And so that's exciting. So hopefully we will not have that issue again where we aren't able to do something because we need a passport. So that's what's been going on. As far as my kids, my youngest, we're trying to get her regulated on ADD meds. We've tried before and we're trying again, and it's not going real great. If any of you have dealt with this and would like to tell me more about your experience, please comment down below because I would love to know. But I wanted to see how she would do with school and the medication. And so I didn't have the opportunity to do that until today. So we are going soon to the doctor, and we will be talking about some of the side effects that we have seen and whatnot, and go from there. Last two things, let me put them down, and then I can devote my attention to you for just a couple minutes. Okay, so that's my youngest. My oldest has been practicing driving all summer. She did driver's ed a year ago, and she has some anxiety. And so we told her that she had to be driving by the end of the summer, and we enrolled her in a driving school, which we really ended up doing most of her training this summer. But it's good because she has a couple sessions where she goes and drives with someone else other than me. She tends to do best with me, and she needs to be able to drive in all different situations. So she's been doing that, and it's been really nice. The other day I didn't feel well, and she wanted to go back to school shopping, and we had a brief window of time to do that. And so I kind of just got to lay back, not totally, but just be a little more relaxed. And she drove us to Kohl's and drove us around and drove us home, and so it was nice. She's doing really well. I took her on the freeway a week ago, and we need to take her again, but I took her on the freeway, and she did really well. And so and we are still, that was a big yawn, I'm sorry. We are still looking for a new home. Nothing has really changed on that. My husband and I had a discussion recently about looking for our almost perfect home now so that we can move out of our neighborhood and have some other opportunities for our family and our kids, and get our kids through high school. And then once they're done with high school, then be looking at staying here in Utah or moving away. But we would just buy a home for a few years instead of trying to find our forever home. And so we went and saw a home this weekend that is probably about 90% of our wish list. And I would pull the trigger on it, but he's a little more gun shy about it. So we're still looking for a home. I don't really know that much. I'm trying to think. Much else is going on. Just busy school year ahead. I'm going to have kids in 2 different directions doing clubs and different things and whatnot. So it's going to be crazy busy, but I'm going to have time to myself. And so hopefully I will be getting more videos out. Today I was just thinking I could do a back to school dinner video or that kind of thing. So hopefully soon. This video has gone on way longer than I wanted, but I wanted to come on, say thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sticking in there with me. I know I say that every time I come on and promise more videos, but hopefully doing things like this laundry chat can help me at least get videos out more consistently. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I hope all is well with you. And until next time, make it a great day. Bye.